Hello fellow YouTubers, this is Razher here, bringing you a League of Legends guide to Morgana, the Fallen Angel. Morgana is one of my favorite characters in League of Legends, also one of the most feared characters as well, picking up constant bans in team and solo ranked play. If you take your time and practice with her, you will always love playing her as your mid AP carry, support, or ganker if she is available to you during team selection. Let's get started with Morgana. First are her abilities. Her passive ability, called Soul Siphon, grants Morgana 10% spell vamp, which accounts for her amazing laning sustain. I generally pick up mana potions instead of health potions when solo laning, due to this passive alone. Morgana's Q ability is called Dark Binding. This long-ranged skill shot nuke deals magic damage and binds the first enemy hit with it. This ability is amazing for ganking, stopping a chaser, and stopping runners. Dark Binding can deal massive amounts of damage once your Morgana is farmed up. The key to landing your Q more successfully is to predict where your target will be in the immediate future and time your Q so it lands on your opponent. This is called leading your target, and will help greatly with the timing on your skill shot as well as other champion skill shots. I max Dark Binding second for its ability to escape potential ganks as well as open up ganks. Morgana's W ability, Tormented Soil, curses the ground in a large area, dealing magic damage every second for 5 seconds. Additionally, Tormented Soil reduces the magic resist of any enemy who stays in your Tormented Soil every second. Morgana's Q is great for lane farming, as well as team fights. A well-placed Tormented Soil, combined with your ultimate, will decimate many enemy teams if you aren't getting focused down. Upon reaching rank 3 Tormented Soil, your W will be consistently killing creep waves and giving you a lot of farm. Try to place your W in between the ranged and melee minions for maximum effectiveness. I max Tormented Soil first for its farming ability. Morgana's E ability, Black Shield, negates all magic damage to Morgana or your target, whoever you shield, as well as reduces the chance to get snared, stunned, slowed, etc. by 100%. You cannot be slowed. If we take a look here, shortly Singed will come running up after I try to gank this LeBlanc here. Didn't quite work out, just missed my shot. Here Singed comes, he says, "Oh, I'm gonna get you." Oh no, the whole team's coming. I go ahead and I pop my shield right there, as this MF completely misses her ult. All magic damage on me, completely reduced. Bam, and then my team goes in, mops up. So there's just one example of Black Shield, and bam, I get that Soraka right there. Finish up. Black Shield is extremely useful and will save your life. Morgana's ultimate, Soul Shackle, deals magic damage to all enemy champions in range, and slows them by 20% for 3 seconds. Once the 3 seconds are over, Soul Shackle will deal additional magic damage and stun all remaining enemies in the area for a set duration. Soul Shackle is one of the most feared ultimates in the game. Its damage dealing potential is through the roof. With a full item build and full duration Soul Shackle, you're looking at numbers over 1,000 damage with one skill alone. I like to roll with Flash, and flash into the enemy team when a team fight starts, and immediately pop my ult. If you do not get focused down or are otherwise ignored, this ultimate will change the outcome of a team fight 90% of the time. Now that we have Morgana's skills out of the way, let's talk about rune and mastery choices. For runes, I like to go with flat magic penetration marks, mana regen per level seals, and ability power per level glyphs with flat AP quintessences. I find that with this rune setup, your late game AP potential is over 600, and you have great field sustain during your mid levels and beyond. For masteries, I like to take the standard 2109 approach. Full AP, of course. I take 4 points into Mental Force, 4 points into Sorcery, 1 point into Arcane Knowledge, 3 points into Havoc, 4 points into Blast, 4 points into Archmage, and 1 point in Executioner. I have no points in the defense tree, and for utility, I take 1 point in Summoner's Insight to improve my teleport and flash, 3 points into Expanded Mind, 3 points into Meditation, 1 point into Scout, because you should always be buying wards no matter what character you play, and 1 point into Runic Affinity, because you should always be getting blue buff. Moving on to item builds, I'll start off the match a few, depending on my mid lane matchup. If I'm going up against a quick burst caster that relies on a lot of skill shots, I'll grab boots and 3 mana potions. If I know I'm going to have an easy time farming mid lane, I'll grab a Doran's Ring to start. Honestly, it all depends on your matchup, but either option is viable. On my first back, if I didn't get boots to start, I'll grab them, as well as a catalyst to build into Rod of Ages. It's important to rush Rod of Ages as soon as possible, to help lane sustain as well as make your Morgana beefier for when you flash in and ult the enemy team. The Rod of Ages time you want to shoot for is about 20 minutes, but I've gotten my Rod of Ages as early as 14 minutes before. It really depends on your lane. As long as it's around the 20-minute mark, you'll be all set. After my Rod of Ages is complete, finish off your boots. Sorc Shoes is the only option here, although if you want to play it on the safe side when you ult, you can grab Mercury Treads if the enemy team has a lot of crowd control. Once your boots and Rod of Ages are finished, you want to start working on your Rabadon's Death Cap. I like to save up for the needlessly large rod first, but if you are strapped for cash and having a hard time getting last hits, grab the Blasting Wand first. Upon completing your Rabadons, you have a few options. If your opponents are stacking Magic Resist, go for a Void Staff. If not, I like to grab an Archangel's Staff. When your Archangel's Staff is complete, you'll see your AP jump up by almost 200, and it will only keep getting higher the more spells you cast. After you have your core build, it's up to you to decide what you'd like to take afterwards. I usually like to end my build with an Hourglass, if the game reaches that point. But more than likely by then, you're going to be legendary, or the enemy team has surrendered. I hope you enjoyed my guide on Morgana, the Fallen Angel. Stay tuned for more League of Legends videos, as well as other gameplay commentaries. If you like my content, make sure to check out my channel and subscribe in the link above. Thank you.
They will suffer. Rampage.